Happy Halloween to all my viewers all across the world. I hope you're going to have a great day, and if you are going to dress up or do anything interesting, then make sure you have a safe and fun time. As for me, I'm just going to stick to my usual habit of playing Football Manager, and with episode 91 on the horizon, we now have our knowledge of how to defeat Celtic. We have 2 away goals to their 2 home goals, so a 0-0 or 1-0 draw guarantees our progress, and then if we win or lose the tie in any way, then that will determine our fate pretty swiftly as well. And in the league front, we'll just check it out very quickly for you. We're into 5th position after a positive result against Newcastle gave us an advantage. We could have gone 4th. We had the opportunity to go 4th, but a pesky Leicester managed to get a 1-0 draw out of me, and it was really harsh on my players. I don't know how we didn't score twice or more. We did very poorly on the shots front, and then Zymer Bicicki got an out of the run of play equaliser, and he was man of the match as well. So a bit of complacency setting into my team, and I was really upset to lose a game like that. So we now play Celtic in this Europa League second leg. Some results for you if you need to refresh your memory. The one that matters most is, of course, the Chelsea and Dynamo match, and it clearly seems like Chelsea are going to romp that tie. But Celtic would care, well, they dearly care about winning this tournament, as would I. So I doubt I'll get a walkover unless my players are at their very best. So there's not much injury front news to tell you guys. We'll just look at the team selection, and apart from the unregistered players, I have a full deck with which to play with, of course, bearing in mind some of my players are tired. This is the team I'm going to play. Linus Muller, I feel the tension is very high in this one, so I'd like to have a steady set of gloves between the goalposts. And then Brian Lenihan's the only player in the starting 11 who has a potential threat of suspension should he get carded again. But I have great confidence in this team. I know it's a gutsy move to try and play my best players in this tournament, but Tuesday is our next Premier League game. I think that'll give us enough time to rest and prepare. Excuse me. That'll give us enough time to rest and prepare for that crucial game against the team below us in the fight for European football. So I'll just blow my nose for a moment. So I'm sure you're all really excited about FM16. I did change my mind at the last second, and I have the beta now. I'm playing as Chicago Fire and the Republic of Ireland in the beta save, but I've no real motivation to make that an actual series for YouTube. I'd rather just play it and catch any potential glitches and see how things have changed. And I can say a lot of the changes are very subtle but really, really appreciated at the same time. The match engine is generally good as well, and pardon the interruption there. That's a little unlucky on his part, I suppose. I'll just have to reply to him off camera, so give me a sec and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So Celtic are playing that 5-3-2 formation. We'll look at it in greater detail in a sec. But basically FM16 is kind of just a little bit of sit back and see what the story is kind of deal until the full release comes out and I can play my Pentagon Challenge conscience, with my conscience clear. But FM15 is still going to be on the channel. I'm not going to give it up. It just seems like a habit at this stage. I just don't give up the old saves when there's something still to be done, and there's certainly a lot to look forward to with the Spyrites. I like to dominate this game as the favourites, but Celtic they just don't want to concede goals, which is a little counterproductive. But we check out the lineup now. They've got the great strike force of Jordan Rhodes and Lee McPake. I don't know his first name. But then they have the midfield 3, which could counteract mine. And then they've got the wing backs and 3 at the back. So Tomas Forza will have his work cut out for today. But I'm going to switch him to his favourite role. I think that's fine. Otherwise, Sean Kavanagh is the only weak link according to my ratings, but I have a strong team. They should get the job done if they're anyway competent, and we're just going to try and bring some joy to the Pro X Stadium. Here we go, kick off, and turn on. Oh, I have a bad nose cold today. Time for kick off and time to bring the noise as Sam Zand concedes a very early foul. It all depends who scores first. If we score first, then Celtic will be really compelled to score themselves, but if they score first they can pack the defence. And Callum Cork! It's a great start. The man loves playing on the continental stage, and he buries that one in the top corner for 1-0 in no time at all. Celtic's 5 at the back, proving fruitless, and that could be a chance for 2-0. Back to Samsand, and well saved by Larsson. But fabulous start. Not a single complaint from you're not going to hear a single complaint from me, but Linus Muller in his Europa League debut tips that one over the bar for a set piece. Tomas Forza down the other end of the pitch. He's only got one option, but he goes alone. Oh, Kinsella had time. Oh, mate, you should have buried that one. Take a touch and score. But Celtic are at 6s and 7s here. They don't look up for this at all. Look at Chesterfield go. Exactly the response I wanted to see from these players. They don't want an early elimination. Chelsea are going through as well, so we'll be playing them in the next series of live comms, and it seems to have petered out a little bit. Tobin, free kick cleared by Sam Zand. Lopez finds Ayan, and here's Boyd. Good sneaky pass in the box, but Jordan Rhodes just hammer blows that one over the bar. Jamal Hoogland back to goal. Tomas Forza back to Brian Lenihan. The Cork man has his back turned. Here's Boring. Return pass. Nicely done. Forza! 2-0. And that should be game. If we concede twice, then we deserve to go out, in my opinion. But 2-0 is cruise control mode, and I'm really pleased with that. The passion just needs to be maintained. Keep it going, and I'll be really confident of dismantling this hoops team and progress to the final, the next round. And Tom Bertram goes for a goal there, and he was just wide. But we just have to avoid complacency. I don't really care about the other results. There are probably a few other marquee games to look out for, but the Battle of Britain is going Chesterfield's way, and we'll just say we're very pleased. But fingers crossed the complacency doesn't set in. Like you'll remember way back when I was still in League One, that I was 3-0 up against Birmingham, and I lost that lead in minutes. Like, it was terrible, and we eventually lost the game. I think it was 3-2 actually. So we lost a 2-goal lead in 5 minutes, and we lost the game 3-2. It was one of the worst defeats I've had. Chesterfield just want to hammer home this result. One more goal will do it. But Tomas Forza, worthy of a starting position, just struck that way too high with his weak foot. And here we go, Zand to Boring. Cook inside, Kinsella! Oh my goodness me, that was a brilliant shot. I don't know how the keeper saved it. And Hoogland just drills that one over the bar. Changes of foot. I'd like to play Ahmed. He should play today. We'll put him into Force's position and then give him shadow striker privileges. Make Ahmed the target man. I'd like to preserve Kinsella for another day, but it looks like Tom Bertram is actually the tired player, so we're going to swap Kinsella onto the right, but Godwin Azuka onto the left, and then we'll leave it there. No need to rush. Just give these guys a pep talk. It's hardest for a substitute to get into a game where you're winning easily, and then they have to maintain the spirit. And Tom Bertram's actually been injured, and I cannot believe my luck. Oh, I was literally going to get him off the pitch. God almighty, that's really unlucky. Jesus. Well, that could be serious bad luck for Chesterfield. My substitution, I procrastinated by just a minute too long, and that could be Tom Bertram out for a sizable amount of time or none at all. I don't know. It's not like FM16 where the game tells you what kind of minor or major injury they have before the game is over, or at least a minor injury. I think it tells you just the minor injury. They can detect that straight away in FM16, and that's a poor pass. Sam Zand made a dog's dinner out of that, but at least he took the responsibility ahead of Reeves. My final substitution will be Jairo Mesa for Tomas Forza. Just a box standard switch, and off we go. So we're just 15 minutes away from progression, and third goal will all but seal it. And there you go, Frank Reeves and Jamal Hoogland working together beautifully from the set piece, and Chesterfield are, deserving winners. There is absolutely no question about who is going through, despite the first leg where it was really dramatic and thrilling to say the least. But there can only be one winner, and I'm so happy that's going to be Chesterfield. But Chelsea in the last 16 is going to be super, super difficult. I don't like playing them, but we did get the FA Cup final by beating them on penalties. As long as we don't meet Chelsea at their best, I will give my 100% commitment to those two-legged ties. And Jacob goes for goal, and Muller, not much for him to do today, but he's been diligent, and I'll hope to give Marcel Phillips his chance in the next game against Chelsea. But all going well, it'll be a home game first, so we can dominate against the Blues. Sean Kavanagh back to Hoogland. Hoogland tries a route one, and he goes for a second time. Boring sort of controls the play. Jairo Mesa, Ahmed! Oh, thank goodness for that. He's back to his reasonable best, and Celtic's formation has completely let them down. They've had no attacking force, and their defence has crumbled. So unlucky to all you Celtic fans out there. Your team has been let down in this virtual universe, and my team, Chesterfield FC, are going to progress in a European knockout stage for the very first time. We nearly beat Bayern Munich last season, but we have absolutely conquered the boys in green, and I'm so pleased. Well done. That was perfection from the first whistle to the last. 2 goals in each half. I cannot fault that whatsoever, and we'll just have to wait and see what the news is with Tom Bertram. I might even have to rest him against Man City if he is okay, but if he's hurt, his energy will go down rather than getting an injury. But there are the other results. The notable marquee game was Atletico versus Juventus. Barcelona probably are through as well. Chelsea, of course, beating Dynamo Zagreb, and AC Milan and Lyon struggling away there. Milan did fine, but Kiev beat Lyon. So we'll see the consequences of that remarkable last 32. So there we go. It doesn't look good for Bertram when you have 9 items in the inbox. That usually means something off. That's the end of the season. 3 months. God's sake. Well, that means I only have 2 right midfielders left in Lewis Mayo and Stephen Kinsella. Pinilios by being sold, and that means my, arguably the best one is gone. But you can see he has had a few difficulties with injuries, like the twisted ankle. He's only been fully fit from that one, and now he's been taken out again, like 3 twisted ankles. But this is worse, a torn hamstring. He last got one of them in 2021. That was probably before I bought him, so that's just really, really bad. Yeah, would have been just when I bought him, really. So absolutely horrific news for Chesterfield there. My best player is gone, but now we'll try and recover from that. We have 2 huge occasions to try and overcome. First at home to Manchester City, and then to Everton. But I do get my wish, a home tie against Chelsea in the first leg, and then we only have a week to prepare for the second leg, just in case Derby County want to cause us any problems. But there you go, there's the draw. Former European champions Genoa are against Club Brugge. Then you've got Barcelona there, go ahead Eagles. Milan and Bayern Munich, that's going to be fantastic viewing. And then the Battle of England is against the two CFCs, but I'm afraid I'm all out of time. Fingers crossed I can get some FM16 multiplayer content out this weekend. I'm kind of dependent on another participant there, and then apart from that, I'm afraid we'll have to just leave you with this. But until next time, I'll see you again soon. Bye.